Welcome to another episode of the STG podcast. I am so excited you're here. I am your host, Lachlan Farley, and I cannot wait to take you on a journey of health and fitness to entertain you, to enlighten you, and to give you the inside scoop to transform your life. So what are we talking about today? Is it going to be another story? A shocking surprise from Lachlan here that he's going to tell another story? Well, yes, indeed I am. So today we're going to talk about, saggy skin, for lack of a better term. So I was having this argument, it became an argument. It started off as a discussion and became an argument on their end because, to be honest, at the end of the day, I don't really mind what people do. There is, 10,000 ways to get this job done. As long as it works for you, I don't mind. But that wasn't good enough because my opinion didn't, sit well with them. So we were talking about this and we're going back and forth about cardio versus weights. And if you've seen any of my stuff, you'll know that I despise cardio with a red hot, fiery rage. And that's not just, me being dogmatic or anything about that. It has its place. It's part of the fitness world. But generally speaking, for my clients, it's not the best option. There are far better options out there. And on a personal level, I have run enough during my basketball career to last a lifetime. I do not need to go running every day to, add extra trauma to my life, to add to that awful experience. So I don't like it. There are many people who disagree with me. And that's okay. But in terms of, for my clients, getting in shape, changing their body composition, feeling better, addressing their pain points, as in knees, ankles, hips, lower back, that kind of stuff, and getting the results they want, cardio is not the answer. Lifting weights is the answer. Yes, this has to be done properly. Like lifting weights has to be done under supervision and have the right kind of guidance and structured out the correct way. But that's still always my preference, especially when we're talking like jogging or steady state cardio. It just, why inflict that on yourself for what could be limited benefits? And especially when we're talking, road running, talk about pain on the knees, on the ankles, on the hips, on the lower back. And that's not just me saying that, that's literally, we've had clients come who've been doing that, and then we have to address those issues because it's hard, right? Road running is hard. And to further that, this is going to sound like the most craziest concept ever, but I swear it's true. Pretty much everyone doesn't know how to run. You can run, but knowing how to run and the ability to run are actually separate things. The mechanics of most people when it comes to running are terrible. And this further adds to, the jarring, the damage on the joints, the impact, that kind of stuff. So I just don't recommend it. Why would you do that when you can get aerobic capacity, you can get functional strength, you can get fat loss, you can get changes in body composition from weight training? And the last point I always make is, especially running and jogging and things like that, makes you good at that. You'll just get better at jogging. Whereas weightlifting, especially designed correctly, will make you better at life. It'll make you stronger, it'll make you more mobile, it'll make you more flexible. It'll give you the ability to do things that you didn't know you could do, including, oddly enough, the ability to run. So, in my professional opinion, that seems like a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you just do weights? But we were having this debate, and it was, cardio is better for weight loss. And as, all the reasons just listed, I disagree. But I will not deny that cardio does cause weight loss. Absolutely it does. Any form of extra energy output, e.g. exercise in any format, and a reduction in calories will cause weight loss. The question is, do you want weight loss or do you want body composition change? Now, for most people, they don't know the difference, or they understand weight loss and have no concept of what body composition is. So let me put it this way. In its most extreme format, if you see someone lose a lot of weight, especially if they do cardio and steady state cardio, and they then go into a massive calorie deficit, what happens is they get muscle wastage, they get saggy skin, they lose the definition. Often they look like they still need to lose more weight, even though the fat, like their body fat composition, has gone way down, but the skin has sagged and therefore gives the illusion of needing to lose more weight. They feel tired, they feel exhausted, and often their joints get beat up. Not really a good outcome. And look, I am heavily biased in this opinion, but we've been doing this for almost a decade out of our studio in Katoomba, and I've been training people for 15 years. This is what has consistently shown up in my experience. Now, if you want to get body composition change, which for most people is actually what you're wanting when you say weight loss, you just haven't known that was the answer. Well, that's not your fault. It doesn't sound as cool, and it's not as widely understood to be like, I want to change my body composition versus I want to lose weight, when everything in society is geared around the scale. Body composition is things like body fat, how much body fat you have, the tonedness of your muscles, the density of your muscles, how your body actually looks, those kinds of things. If you want a nice shape, if you want toned arms, if you want flat stomach, look, we're talking, massive examples here, but just as an understanding of that, you want body composition change. And to do that, you need to eat the protein. You need to lift weights. You need to do it at a much more gradual pace, but this will actually give you the result you want. And that extreme weight loss and extreme pounding that comes with cardio, and generally, not always, but generally cardio and extreme diets go hand in hand, that is going to end up with saggy skin. It's going to make you feel old, potentially look old, and that's just not what you want. If you're going to put in all this effort, surely you want to come out feeling strong, fit, and confident, looking the way that you feel better about yourself. And that comes from doing weights. Now, the other thing that often gets thrown back in my face is, well, what about aerobic capacity? What about my lungs? What about that? I need cardio for that. No, you don't. You can get that from weight training. In fact, there's a lot of research, especially coming out from people like Brian McKenzie, which is showing that you're actually much better off doing high intensity, training versus steady state, even to get better at endurance sports. You're better off doing really all-out intense bursts, which will make you better at endurance sports. It's fascinating research, but probably only just to me, if we're being honest. So that's why we do it with weights. We do things like HIIT circuits. We do, battle ropes and med balls and kettlebell swings and those kinds of things that will then transfer into an actual function of life. So there you go. There is my biased rant about why you shouldn't do steady state cardio and why you should come do weights instead. Take it as it is. That's my opinion. That's what we've done for, as I said, nearly a decade of changing lives in Katoomba, and what we teach online and with all our clients. So there you go. Now, that's all I have for you today. But if you got something from this, if you enjoyed it, if you found it entertaining, hell, if you hated it, please spread the word. We're trying to start a movement here. We're trying to impact as many lives as humanly possible. And to do that, I need your help. So please share this, tell your friends, get them on board, and let's keep pushing the STG project forward. That's all I have for you. I'm Lachlan Farley, your host, and I can't wait to see you next time.